Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Got a lot of running room. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. They go to the ground. Oh, gave the defender the business. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Right back to the well. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love...
Got some room in to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense starts the next drive. So Western Michigan's offense will take the field for the 1st time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They're like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're bringing heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Got a man, it's Acho. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. Looking for a productive play on first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. On the run, it's Knox. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to throw on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Broncos are in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Get down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there and knocking that ball away.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
It's caught downfield to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Broncos want to crank the tempo.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
At the 40, there he goes. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The option look. Now the pitch. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Pressure coming. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the grab. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Poles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Lost, the defense is wide open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. Third down play from the gun. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. The Broncos send out the punt unit. He'll bring it back. It's Angulo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Complete with conviction on the crosser. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Broncos have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Farmer. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Western Michigan!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they're already in the second quarter.
Picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to find his man on first down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So
off to the races to the right. Past the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll go to the ground. Still running at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Noles in the hurry up. The give to the back. Trucks through the defender. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to...
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
Feeling some heat. And they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Now from inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Acho.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
A run for the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And that pass picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Ripping through the defense. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Shakes off the tackler. Touchdown, Florida State. And a stomping has commenced.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it off after down. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And now on second down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough for the point of attack.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been utter domination through three quarters, and the stats will back that up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Second down now after the sack. To the air, it's Farmer. Caught. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got his man quickly. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that.
Who's at the 33.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
And they get him down.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for extra yards.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. The give to the tailback. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Coming after it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the move. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs.
Wide open, he makes the catch. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They'll give it to him again. Touchdown, Noles! And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0.
Early this year, it looks like they can fight through adversity. They've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Jacksonville State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Farmer. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right, especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's going to let it go. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll operate out of split backs. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They have a first down at the... He wants to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Farmer. He's going up top here late in the game. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not